Hello, and welcome back to Tales of Iron 2, where I lowered the difficulty since last time. If I go down here, I am no longer on... I thought that anyway, I was no longer on the hardest mode, I guess. Did I not change that? What difficulties which? Why aren't these just normal? I thought I changed it, we'll see, maybe I'll need to change it later. But yeah, I'm enjoying this game. I do think last time was a little too difficult. I'm looking forward to unlocking more stuff. I'm having a blast. And of course, I'm in the shark outfit, as you can see. We met the community goals, so here I am. Yeah, without further ado, let's get back to managing the kingdom. We've got more main quest stuff. With, yeah, apparently better armor and weapons soon to come. Yeah, sure, whatever he said. What am I meant to be doing? Is it something to do with you? I was just given the tongs, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Hey Shy, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We've had a lovely week. Yeah, is that all I need to do? Is that really it? Okay, cool. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? Before I go anywhere else, quickly see, can I upgrade my stuff? I can process my ores into metals, which is cool. It's hot, yeah, it's been fairly warm. Thankfully, it's a little cooler here today. I'm mostly fine. But yeah, no, it's quite warm. It is quite warm. Can I just upgrade? Is upgrading not an option on its own? I need to just straight up build new things. Okay, what equipment am I wearing? Wrong button. I have Tailspinner helmet, Cupid togas, Cedar pauldron, sure. As opposed to my current weapons. Okay, no, I can work on those. I can figure that out. Take your shirt off. Yeah, no, it is just too warm. I've invested in a USB fan. I don't currently have one, but I can show you. I just plug it into my computer and it's like fan. It blows air around. I don't know what you expect. But yeah, I've got a cool fan, which will be good. That's hopefully going to keep me a little on the cooler side. Yeah, upgrade. I'd like better sword. I do think I quite like that Darkwing blade. If I upgrade that, that gets to have, yeah, a lot more damage. I think that is going to be worth doing. I have plenty of materials. So yeah, we're going to craft that. We're not going to immediately equip it. We want to have a weapon for electric. Which, apparently, it would get worse if I improved our current best electric weapon, the Bone Sword. Backstabber Sword? At level 2 has 16 electric. That would be potentially what we want. What's my current weapon? Current weapon is at 19. Okay, no, we'll keep that then for now. And you'd want a fire and a poison one as well. Poison, I'm seeing 17 and 18 on the spears. I think we quite liked this as our fire weapon. Yeah, I think both of these are going to be our poison and fire weapons, at least for now. We're not equipping them. Well, actually, between these two, yeah, we could actually get a better poison weapon out of that autumn option. Alright, sure. We can do that. Build it, do not equip it. Yeah, that's... I don't know. It's worse base damage, but better electric. The bottom one's also lighter. Yeah, we're going with the bottom one because it's lighter. That should now be me with weapons for every element. That is good. Two-handed I care a lot less about. Just have one that's pure damage. That might be the way to go. Although that doesn't seem to really increase damage much with any of these. Do I care enough? I don't know if I do. Angry ordered your display cables because you second screen. Gonna bring it yesterday, never arrived. I'm not giving you a new date. That's a little annoying. I mean, I guess it is a Friday now, so you're unlikely to get a date until Monday for it. Unless we do weekend delivery, but I don't know. That is quite annoying. I can see why you'd not be the happiest about that. Ranged weapons, guns. Okay. We could make guns. I like the idea of just a straight up 80 damage gun. Alternatively, yeah, that gun at 78 with ice damage is quite nice. 83 just here with fire damage. And then a kind of disappointing one down at the bottom. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade this, I think. Craft, and we do not equip it. Craft, and we do equip that one. There we go. As for armor, what was I wearing? This one. If I upgrade you, is that what we want? It gets to be heavier, which I don't like. Especially against poison, but I'm not convinced it's the way to go. Upgrading this doesn't seem to help at all. It's an interesting one. It's Holidays Day. Yeah, it'd be nice for them to at least give you a new date though. That's the thing, Shad. Like you say, it's a bit mean of him not to. I want the Cupid helmet. Honestly, it's not terrible. Got this one. I mean, going through all of them, it looks like my best option is currently still going to be the one I've got equipped. In which case, I will upgrade it. Sure. My Querus. Weight does not make that worthwhile. That one is somewhat tempting. An extra 7 increase in resistance. Quite like that wood armor. What else do we have? I mean, this one here, owl armor, it's pretty solid. Need more wearable feathers, however, for that. I don't know what those are. So, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Backstabber armor. Bad against ice. Overall, good defense, not too heavy. This is a boring start to the episode, I apologise. Or not episode, stream, sorry. But I kind of just need to look over all the armor options. And the majority of these don't seem like they're standing out too much. Owl armor I liked, but I think we're going to go for the backstabber armor. I think is what's going to keep me alive. Can I just straight up craft that? Yes, I can. Equip it. As for shields, this is going to be an interesting one. You get one for each element. I don't know. Have I got equipped? Currently this. I mean, it's quite a sizable increase. Like, there are no negatives to upgrading that. That one again is entirely positives. I go for a wooden shield. So that's 7 increase in resistance versus 9 increase. We'll stick with that. We don't have the stuff for it, never mind, we won't. I could go over to this. Spare fire and electric resistance. It's honestly pretty good. I'll equip that for now. You can always change back to other stuff, I just want to have a decent set to initially go out in. As for the rest... yeah, I think most things are going to end up being better than what I currently have equipped. Possibly go for the bone. It's not a bad idea. There's only a few that give extra 7 defense. So it's possibly I go over to the owl pauldron as soon as I can. For now though, I think bone looks to be the way to go. It's very light, it's not got many downsides. That should be me, hopefully, fully equipped. Right? Did I upgrade my hat? I think I did? Yeah, I did. Cool. In which case... am I now fully equipped? I hope so. I have made a lot of new things. Yeah, heading back on into the keep, fort, castle. One of those, probably. It's my next main mission, because now we've upgraded the blacksmith. That was the mission we just picked up. Oh, we've got a few. Do we want a farmer? Tempting, very tempting. Do we want to look for more tools? Do we want an emporium? An emporium's a good idea. I don't think we've got a shop yet. I don't know what it would sell, but it's likely going to be worthwhile. However, farming. How can you say no to farming?
Supplies were still low. Frey wanted Winter's Edge to start their own farm, but they would need a farmer fit for a keep. Everyone knows the Night Eyes of the Golden Forest had the best farmers. Or so she said.
Yeah, I'm assuming the Night Eyes then would be the Badgers, who presumably come out at night. That makes sense. Head on up, if I can zoom in very quickly. Yeah, do we just go talk to the elder and say, hey, do you have a farmer I could, like, steal, but in a polite way, because I'm asking? Hello. You're telling me to go to the Badgers to the left-hand side.
The elders had no time for the troubles of rat folk. They had troubles of their own. They told him to ask the Badger brothers. Arlo had liked the striped snouts and set off to find them.
Okay, striped snouts is what the Badgers are. Got it. I mean, makes sense. As I head on over, we still need to get a fishing rod from the guy down there, who doesn't want to get his paws sticky with honey. I don't know what we do with him. But, Badgers I can probably deal with. Right? Like, they seem a lot more reasonable than the mole. Can I go inside of there yet? You still gonna tell me no? Still no. Okay. Keep on making my way over. We shouldn't have any enemies, I don't think. Don't remember there being any enemies, at the very least. Grab some berries, make sure I'm topped up on health. My peripheral vision is slightly worse with this weird shark hat on. But I should be fine in terms of keeping track of my health still. Oh, there are enemies. Alright. I am being slightly murdered, but considerably less than I had been in the past. I just need to remember my button to actually attack. I think it was bumper, wasn't it? Yeah, there we go, I've remembered now. They poison you quick. Okay, one gone. There we go. And there we are. They're both dead. That was a little more challenging than I expected. But they weren't too bad. They weren't too bad. Just fill up on some extra healing. Because, yeah. A lot more damage here than I expected to be taking. Wait up at the bench. I could have just avoided those guys in fairness, but I did kind of want a little bit of practice. Okay, I don't need to drop down there. That's alright.
Approaching the mushroom farm, Arlo could hear Marco's voice calling in alarm for his brother. The warden's work, it seemed, was never done. Lorenzo had gone underground foraging for rare mushrooms but had not returned.
Okay.
Marco was sure something had happened. Arlo offered his help at once.
Underground means probably just following his little cellar down. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure quite where he would have gone to find mushrooms, but he's gone somewhere. We've got to deal with frogs. Frogs do not like frost. Or ice. Go. Yeah, good weapon that against frogs. Do I need to rest up? Yeah, we've had a bit of dialogue. I might as well. Use the grapple. See, I'm remembering my buttons this time. I'm proud of myself. I'm not normally good at remembering, like, buttoning.
The carved stumps of a mushroom patch. Lorenzo had come this way. Arlo hoped that perhaps for once, this meant his quarry was safe and well and not in mortal peril.
Doing okay. Doing okay, just keep stabbing the guys. There we go. We got a nice animation for that. Stab him a little bit more. There we go. See, I'm doing fine. Didn't even get hit that time. Now that my somewhat practice is over with. Check. I still have a two-handed weapon on that button. I've got my new firing gun, but I'm looking forward to getting use out of. Like that should have a lot of damage in it. We could go up there, but it's unlikely to be up there, right? Not anything in that boss chamber. Other than like some clay. I don't think clay's quite what we're looking for. Yeah, he's down this way apparently.
This must be Lorenzo's basket. Why had he dropped it? Arlo moved faster, certain luck had once again abandoned him.
Okay, lots of these guys. If I just shot a bunch of them, there we go, that did a good job. Take him out of the ground. Counterplay good. You're good at dodging, aren't you? Alright, heal up. I got a bit aggressive there, and I maybe shouldn't have. There we go. Has he fallen asleep just after eating a bunch of mushrooms? Is that what's happened here?
Lorenzo had passed out in the mushrooms, drunk on spores. Arlo smiled with relief. He knew only one thing would wake him. A stink bug. The bug farm might have what he needed. Lorenzo could sleep safely here until he returned.
Bug farm. Apparently all the way up there. Alright, we can make my way over there. That should be somewhat manageable. It's a bit of a trek. We can just take the fast travel, so it shouldn't be too bad. Scaver healing. Good stuff. Best way through this, I think, is if we... So there's a couple places we could fast travel to. I think fast traveling up here looks to be safest. This would be the bug farm in that case. Yeah. Hello. You do have a stink bug.
Arlo hoped the stink
go some other
bug
stuff.
smell would not linger on him. The sooner he got to the sleeping Lorenzo, the better.
I'm not against buying some beehives. Beehives sound like a pretty good investment if I can start making my own honey. Not that I entirely know what it's used for, but it still sounds good. And that's a fast travel point. There we go. Make my way down. We'll likely have another... yeah, fight we'll have to be dealing with. Let's make our way over. We don't. But there's someone else here. Hello.
Lorenzo was gone. In his place stood a hooded Night-Eye. He said the Striped Snout was being treated by a healer at the shrine, an honor not to be disturbed. Arlo did not like the glint in this owl's eye. He was warden, and would disturb whomever he saw fit.
I am going to go over to Frost? Fire? I'll try ice. We'll see if ice works. It's not ice damage we want. Okay. Yeah, definitely not ice damage. And I'm worried about difficulty there. That might still be me on higher difficulty than I intended to be. Also, where have I respawns? Did I really just sit the bench that far back? Did I not save since? So that is quite the trek I need to go on. Okay. Before we go anywhere else, I am going to try and lower that difficulty. Because I said I was going to. I meant to. I'm now thinking I accidentally didn't. It's a shame we don't have just, like, medium, hard, very hard. And it's just silly names. Like, I understand thematically it makes sense. Just, it's a little bit of a pain. A little bit of a pain. Also, that's a lot better for that. I can actually see the screen now. Yeah, make our way up. We can hopefully do a little better this next time. Let's be a little careful going down.
The carved stumps of a mushroom
We've
patch.
seen this.
Lorenzo had come this way. Arlo hoped that, perhaps for once, this meant his quarry was safe and well and not in mortal peril.
Yeah, these guys didn't do much damage before and they're continuing to not do too much damage now, which is good. I do think they're a little easier, so this feels maybe an easier difficulty? I don't know. It's a little hard to say for certain. Well, mostly avoid those bugs, folks. I don't have to fight them. I'm not really bothered to fight every single thing.
This must be Lorenzo's basket. Why had he dropped it? Arlo moved faster, certain luck had once again abandoned him.
Plenty of damage out here. Another one dead. There we go. Yeah, I think this is a lower difficulty. I'm managing a lot better.
Lorenzo had passed out in the mushrooms, drunk on spores. Arlo smiled with relief. He knew only one thing would wake him. A stink bug. The bug farm might have what he needed. Lorenzo could sleep safely here until he returned.
Yeah, just make the trip again. We've done this before. We can do it another time. It's all good. Hello, bugs and like honey and such, please.
Arlo hoped the stink bug smell would not linger on him. The sooner he got to the sleeping Lorenzo, the better.
Yeah. And imagine that stink bug's not very fun to have in your pockets. I can see why our Dagras isn't the happiest carrying it around. Also, assuming we're going to be fighting those bird dudes, poison, I think, seemed promising as a damage type. We'll see in a second, but I think that's maybe correct.
Lorenzo was gone. In his place stood a hooded Night-Eye. He said the Stripe Snout was being treated by a healer at the shrine, an honor not to be disturbed. Arlo did not like the glint in this owl's eye. He was warden.
Yeah, poison
He
seems
would
to
disturb
work.
whomever he saw fit.
Well, these guys still do a lot of damage. Like, even on the lower difficulty. Let's try and heal up. There we go. Yeah, and then we'll be able to make those owl, like, bits of armor, which should be good. Like that. Assuming we just go to fast travel and then, yeah, we need to make our way up there. Is what I thought we'd need to do. Glad to see I'm correct. In which case we rest first, then we fast travel. I'm just gonna need to get into the habit again of resting at every single one of those things. Just on the off chance I die. Because, I mean, that would never happen, of course. But we don't want to have to reset too far back and redo things. Now, I can't help but notice they're eating meat. And I'm hoping that's not our badger friends' meat. That would not be ideal. Just interrupt them a little bit while I get to murdering. There we go. Trying to murder people. That's going well. I'm getting there. I'm not managing to parry. I'm getting a bit off with my timings there. You willing to stop just constantly trying to attack me? I think so. It does hit hard, but I've got him. I got him. There we go. We do want to carve these guys, get the loot. There we are. Were-owl talons. Okay, so these are were-owls. So different to regular owls, hopefully. Because otherwise my friends might take a little offense to it. Well, I've got a trader. It makes me think there's a boss just up ahead. Yeah? Yeah, probably. Do I want to buy a fancy helmet? Not really, now that I'm able to make fancier ones. I'll always buy whetstones. It's a shame I can't carry more than 2. But those always feel to be useful. There we are. I'll be more than ready for a boss. Hopefully, more than ready.
The Night Eyes circled the shrine. As Arlo looked closer, he saw Lorenzo, blood pouring from his arm. This strange cult of owls were no healers.
I mean, if he's bleeding, that's not good. It means I need to be quick here. Which, I mean, immediately, I'm not the quickest. That guy just burst into a cloud of blood. He's meant to be like vampires? The owls? Kind of, I guess.
With the final cultist defeated, the Elder drew something from his cloak. Lorenzo's arm. He swallowed it whole.
Okay.
Arlo soon wished that had been the worst of it.
What's going on with you, my friend? You're very much wanting me dead, is what's going on. Not dead. I need to heal badly. Give him a bit of a whack. Trying to heal. Didn't expect him to jump back again. He's a bit of an annoying one. I do have gun, yeah. Gun is good. Gun is good, you're right. I'm gonna see if I can fight him normally though. Gun feels kinda cheesy. I mean, these guys do a lot of damage. Even on what I think is now a lower difficulty, they still deal a lot. Charge up a heavy attack, gonna hit the shield dude. You did not hit the shield dude, you hit his friend instead and got hit by the shield dude. This attempt's going worse than it had been previous. This is fine though. This is fine.
With the final cultist defeated, the Elder drew something from his cloak.
Yeah,
Lorenzo's
you're meant to
arm.
use the resources game
He
gives you.
swallowed
I
it
know,
whole.
I did see that.
Arlo soon wished that had been the worst of it.
And that is also the correct thing. I appreciate your reminding. I need to not be quite so aggressive, I think, in my attacks. I need to watch for chances to parry like that. Fine. Not fine there. I thought if I got underneath him, I'd be okay. I wasn't in that situation. Okay. Back to this. It's now just me and shield guy. Go. Doing moderately okay. Just heal up. Charge attack. He avoided. I mean, in fairness, I'm avoiding him, he's avoiding me.
With the final cultist
executed him as
defeated,
well.
the Elder drew something from his cloak. Lorenzo's arm. He swallowed it whole. Arlo soon wished that had been the worst of it.
So this guy often opens up with a parryable attack. That one's not parryable. That is him launching himself into the sky, coming down with a slide. That one's parryable, but I was mid-attack, so I couldn't. Jumps back. Okay, we're aware we can do that now. Didn't block it, but it's fine. I just guard against that one. He's flying, he's going to do a slam down, I believe. Yep. Now, I get locked into my attacks too easily with axe. I'm not sure I'm liking it compared to other weapons. Firework? Fireworks? There we go. Setting him on fire seems reasonable. Not for him, but for me, setting him on fire seems reasonable. See, is this him slamming down again? Yep. Try and shock him. Lovely stuff. Guard against Roland. Try to dodge roll there. Slightly too late. Now this is feeling manageable. This isn't feeling too frustrating. Yeah, we can definitely just murder people a lot easier on this difficulty. There we go. That is the cleanest we've had that opening so far.
Something from his cloak. Lorenzo's arm. He swallowed
as soon as he
it
comes
whole.
down, I'm gonna hit him with fire.
Although soon wished that had been the worst of it.
Apparently he wasn't hittable right now. That is a shame. Okay, can I have a poison fist? We get into position where I can parry it. I can. Good stuff. I got trapped in the ice. I couldn't do anything there. That's a shame. I might change over to a different weapon, actually. Do I have a fire weapon? I do. It is arguably going to be slightly better. I've also got fire gun. I should really just be using that, shouldn't I? That makes sense. These guys are weak to fire as well. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna use that shy, I think. Let's get rid of him.
The final cultist defeated, the Elder drew something from his cloak. Lorenzo's arm. He swallowed it whole. Arlo soon wished that had been the worst of it.
Do this. Shoot Molly's in the air as well. No, that does a lot of damage. That does a lot of damage. It's not jumping back. That's good. Try and heal up. What's he doing? Stuff that I can avoid apparently. Parry. Good stuff. Got a lot of damage in on him. Doesn't seem too happy about me doing stuff. He's just stun locking me. Not very nice of him. Set him on fire. Sky, so I can slam him down. Do something to you here. Don't just murder me instantly. Okay. Cool. So those diving attacks, I really don't know how you're meant to avoid properly. It's hard to read, he moves so quick. doing alright so far. There we are.
With the final cultist defeated, the
I'll
elder
wait for
drew
him to
something from
appear.
his
We'll
belt.
just do some
Lorenzo's arm. He swallowed it whole. Arlo soon wished that had been the worst of it.
Can I shoot him while he's up there? Ha! It's not when he's landing. Yeah, it's getting caught up doing an attack stops you from being able to parry. So if I'm committed to an attack, I then can't parry him, which is a little annoying. He's into his next phase. Slamming back down. Yep. Got hit there, that's a little bit of a shame. I thought I'd avoided it. Okay, we are not able to heal, so I'm just going to get what damage I can in on him. Very careful. Apparently I wasn't careful enough. I thought I'd avoided that. Must have been slightly off. I should go over to my fire axe. I think it is just better damage. It's a shame I can't use the cool sword that I have. This ice sword is really nice. I like the amount of damage it does. Just to get a strong attack so we can break his guard. Good stuff. Really know what difficulty does. Still.
With the final
Like, I know
cultist
very
defeated, the elder
vaguely,
drew something from his cloak.
but
Lorenzo's arm. He swallowed it whole. Arlo soon wished that had been the worst of it.
charging the gun. A few nice shots there. Slams down. We're already into his next phase. Plenty of damage on him. Avoided that. Avoided that. Poison him as well, because we might as well. Charge attack. I should have just gone for parry. I should have bothered with the ranged attack. I can go dodging him here. Hopefully get a parry in a second as well. Didn't manage to parry it quite right. That's okay. Stun him, so he's got a few solid rocks. He's into his last phase. He's looking like he's got scarier eyes. He's got a lot more ice seeming. So I'm gonna... I was about to say I'm going to pop one of the anti-freeze things so I don't get frozen. And then I got frozen so I couldn't use it. Take damage from that, but that could have gone better. Go back to ranged attacks for that. He did the same. He did ranged attacks. It's a problem with it going grayscales. I can't pick up on these cues as easily. That's fine. We're getting there. Heavy attack.
With the final cultist defeated, the elder drew something from his cloak. Lorenzo's arm. He swallowed it whole. Arlo soon wished that had been the worst of it.
Got a few shots in there. I don't know how many of them actually hit. I tried. I tried. guy. I need to be a little careful, but I can get parries in if I try. There we go. Nice parry there. He's into his next phase. Avoid him a little. Go. On fire is likely going to poison as well. Heal up a bit. Drop a bit more. Poison. Hey, Tuna. That distracts me because I looked over. I blame you for me getting hit there. That's entirely not on me, I promise. Let's try and heal. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good week too. Hope you're having a lovely week. He's into his last phase. Nice big hit on him. There we go. Once again. Didn't manage to avoid that. Okay, we just got kind of knocked about. Lovely. Game is still difficult, like even on this lower difficulty. I just think it's more manageable than difficult. So I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm glad I wasn't too stubborn.
Cultist defeated, the Elder drew something from his cloak. Lorenzo's arm. He swallowed it whole. Arlo soon wished that had been the worst of it.
Keep shooting him while he's up there. It's about to come back down, so we wait a second. That's some good shots we can get in early on, I think. Do one here. Again, I keep getting hit by him when he does that. So I'm in the middle of trying to parry him, but I can't, so I'm also shooting the gun at the same time. If we hit him with that magic while he was just transitioning to his next phase, I think we did. He's in the sky, I can just get a shot on him. Again, no, that doesn't work. I just need to wait so I can parry him when he does that. It doesn't pay off. Avoid him. Didn't know he'd be doing that. That wasn't something I knew. Is that indicated on the ground? Was there a highlight for that? I feel I didn't see it if there was. There's also, someone just stood there in the middle of this fight. You're not meant to be here, fella. Go away. That even properly, like, got the AI working. I think that was a small bug.
Final cultist defeated, the Elder drew something from his cloak. Lorenzo's arm. He swallowed it whole. Arlo soon wished that had been the worst of it.
I'm shooting at him. Well, you've never done that before at the start of the fight. That's a bit cruel. Okay. I'm just not off to a good start this fight, am I? Can I heal now? I think so. Heal up a bit more. Some poison. them a little. What, his wind attack? Goes into the air, we do not stand near him and then shoot him. We hit him, and then we get ready to potentially parry. Which we didn't have to that time. Again, he keeps catching me while I'm in the middle of an attack, so I can't do anything. Could have parried that. I could have. Oh. Okay, got him to his next phase. Or not. Oh, that's... Is that just my whetstone wearing off where the damage changed? Got it. So him slamming into the ground there, I don't think was indicated. Normally you'd have like a red zone or something, so you knew, but no. No, he just slams into the ground if he catches you. Yeah, there is just someone in there in the back who never used to be one. I'm gonna kill the other two, but let's see if that guy can just hang around until the end. I think. So he shouldn't be there. Killing off those two, we've just got someone over here.
Something from his coat. Lorenzo's arm. He swallowed it whole. Arlo soon wished that had been the worst of it.
Shoot him. Try it again. That kind of paid off that time. You didn't do a parryable attack, which I then missed. I guard up slightly earlier there. It's a shame. You're off. Yeah, see you right, fine. I appreciate you dropping back. Always lovely to have you. Fire. Pretty good. What we'd like is to poison him, but we need to save that for the next phase when he'll not be on fire anymore. He's not poisoned, that's good. Do need to heal, but we don't really have a chance, not currently. If I heal, I heal. Am I safe? I think so. There we go. I want to drink the anti-freeze as well. Can I just shoot him? Can you shoot him? I don't think it's as simple as just shooting. But give it a go. In the sky, so come crashing down. About got him. Just need to not die quickly. There we go. It was so close to death there, but we got him. There we are. So loot everything first.
The
werehound
was dead, and Arlo woke Lorenzo, who was as afraid as he was pained. Arlo sent the scared badger home where his brother was waiting to help him.
He's missing an arm. How was he able to carry that basket? That... I don't know. I don't think he should be able to carry that basket with just one arm. Feels quite tricky. Yeah, poor fella. Like, he wasn't much of a threat before, but now he's completely armless. I guess, somewhat armless. Probably quicker just walking over, I think. There's likely a fight on the way, but we'll see. There might not be. Grabs a bit more of the healing berries. Yeah, if there is a fight, it's going to be just here. There's snakes. I can do without snakes. I will then quickly get a save in. Make my way over. And we're all good. Two of these guys happy. I didn't mean to go inside of her hole.
Arlo returned to the mushroom farm, anxious to check on the Badger brothers. Grateful for the young warden's rescue, they offered to work the farm at Winter's Edge as soon as Lorenzo's wounds were healed.
Got the skull. I know where that goes immediately. We don't need to equip any of this. We've just upgraded my armor. We're fine. I want is to go down there. Because now we can get inside. I'm kinda curious how that's gonna work. So that's been something that's been kind of noted to us for a while. That we need a skull to get into the area down here. Wasn't expecting to get it from that. So I don't know what this is going to be related to. It might be related to fishing rod. Because I can't think of where else that would be. It seems like an odd place to hide whatever that is that we're going to find. There we go. Is this safe to drop down? Doesn't entirely feel it. But we're down here now. Here we have a chest with a gem. Ah. And this is what we really care about. A runestone key. I'll find a few more of those as we go around. But for now, that's a pretty fancy thing. I think we need another 2 of those. Yeah, continuing on. I think we just go back to our house from here, won't we? We've finished the mission. Still don't know what we do for the guy who doesn't want to get his hands sticky with honey. So we just go back to Winter's Edge. Probably get the merchant set up next. I think sounds like a good plan. Let's make our way over into here. Drop a save. Let's see, what exactly do we have next? It's merchant or find some tools. I'm gonna go for merchant.
Tuck had settled in well at Winter's Edge. So much so he planned to stay and open his own shop. He hoped Arlo might help him collect rare items to help draw in ratfolk from far and wide.
Okay, rare items. You want some kind of fancy bird skull? I don't entirely know what they're after, but sure. I'll stop in here. We can't make anything. Not yet. I don't know where you find bananas.
The young rat was excited. He had worked out exactly what he needed and asked if Arlo would meet him in the outskirts. Arlo was glad to see Tuck's spirits finally lifted and could not refuse him.
That's where we buy bananas and such. Buy it all from this guy. Bananas, milk, and nuts. What exactly does this all make? Some kind of sorbet? This is ice cream. It's ice cream in a milkshake. Okay. I'm happy to have a banana split. That is now me with more max health, I believe, as well. Which is good. And before we go anywhere else, I'm going to see if I can level up the bakery? Cookhouse? What's it called? Kitchen. We need giant March Fire tail. We also need to upgrade this, which I could afford to do. So sure, why not? Let's get giant Death March Fire tail. Is that a mission I've currently got going? Yes, it is. I might quickly do that. So I think that was in the previous region I was just at. I go to world map, go to... zoom in, over here. Do sit at bench, it's always worth it. Do sharpen my weapon. Yeah, big old centipede dude's up ahead. I know. We don't need the jagged bone helmet, I don't think. We'll buy more whetstones, however. They're always good. And annoyingly keep getting unassigned from my slot. Let's see if I can, like, set it to not reassign items. Is that, like, an option? None of those change anything. It's not going to be in controls. Ah, well. That's fine. If we're against the big centipede, bestiary says insects would be one of these types. Don't like fire or electricity. As for weapons, 19 on fire, 19 on electricity. Yeah, I'll stick with what I've got. We're going to keep this axe.
The giant death march was fast, but Arlo's tracking was faster. Just in time, as it had already found a victim.
Okay, it doesn't care at all for my current weapon. In which case, over to ice? I guess if it's a fire death march, that makes sense. He's running
The
away?
villager was grateful for the rescue. They had been collecting herbs at the ditch opposite the village when the death march attacked. It still had business there, it seemed.
There's business the opposite side of the village now. It's a bit of a run, but we can do it. Let's make my way on over. It's going to be a little bit of a trek, but I can do it. I've got decent enough weapons and such, I should be fine for attacking this guy. Now, let's see if I can find a bench a bit closer. Or there's not a bench. I just need to hope I don't die to invents, otherwise we're going to have to redo a lot of running. And I'm not lazy, it's just I don't want to be running around too much, you know? On a moving. And there's someone scared in the background. About what we expected. He's popped out here. However, I'm doing a lot of damage. Like he's not all too scary. Is that about to run off again? Yeah. He's now just down this hole. Okay, we can jump down a hole and fight him. That is more than doable. And also, rest at a bench. Very good stuff.
The Death March had made its nest here. When the villager disturbed it, the giant creature chased them away in fear for their young.
Fine. Big freeze it. That's just dead. Apparently. Okay, that was a specially thing. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Get a bit of blueprint for it. Not that I need it. That is potentially good armor. To upgrade. That is similar to the
This
piece I
army was
had in there
defeated,
for a long while.
and Arlo was surprised to feel a small pang of regret. The creature had only wished to protect its nest.
I mean, I'd wish to protect its nest, yeah, but... Dangerous creature. We had to get rid of it before someone got hurt. It's alright. You'll get over it, Mr. Protagonist. Also, do you still sell me stuff? Do you sell anything new? No. Okay. Guy's just got himself a hook for a hand now. But he's chill with it. He's chill. We'll repair that simply so that we have it. There's something there. What's that all about? I don't know. It wouldn't be a quest. I actually don't know what that's a marker for. I'll pick up another quest while I'm here.
The owls called for Arlo's help. A ranger had gone to hunt a slither scale. He was seeking vengeance for a slither scale attack that took his family, but Arlo would not let the young ranger go the same way.
I mean, I might let him go the same way if he's dedicated himself to the fight and he's willing to put down his life. I mean, I'm not gonna interrupt him. I don't have to save him from a snake. I'm fine with that. Ah, you're a queen of some sort. We would want maybe fire damage. Yeah, fire damage works. Where exactly did you come from, friend? They've scuttled on away. I mean, if they're just down there, I'll leave them be. I was just curious what that was in the mark. That was marked because it wasn't a quest. That's just, oh, there's a big enemy you can go fight. Then yeah, nah, I'll leave it. Back to the outskirts, where we have some kind of merchanty business to get up to.
At Mossbug Farm, Arlo started to regret his hasty offer of help. The farmer had seen a beast, and shouting something about luring it with bloodfruit, he went to hide in terror. Tuck grinned. He knew exactly where to go.
What have I gotten myself into here for this merchant? I feel he's bitten off a bit more than he can handle, this merchant. So it's a good thing I'm around. There's not anything here, is there? There is, it's underground. Alright. I thought we'd be going somewhere else, not underground. Moving on over. Small amount of parkour has never hurt anyone. I think we just use the hook here. Lower myself down carefully.
Arlo found
That's what he's
Tuck at the
after.
bottom of Blackfoot Caverns, the fruit he needed just out of his reach. Arlo's bow would make quick work of this. The blood fruit burst open as it landed on the cavern floor, and seemingly in the next second came the terrible
birds.
sound of beating wings.
I think ice might be good. Yeah, ice looks to be good. They die very easily from this. There we are. Go back. Yes, I need to grab the fruit that's fallen down. That was an easy start to this mission. I hope it continues to be that easy. I have a feeling it's going to be another boss soon. I'm trying to think, what would they do with the
With the
giant
fruit in
vultures? They have big
hand,
birds already.
Tuck asked Arlo to come
Or I
to
guess
Longfang
bats.
Castle, where they would set their
We've
trap.
had a couple big bats, and we've just had the owl. It's going to be a similar fight to that, but fire type? I want to go up there, apparently. We do have a bench up top, so that's fine. We can make our way along. Why not grapple onto that from here? Alright. Bird, weak to ice. Cool, active at night. Yep, makes sense. I can handle that. Just rest up. Yeah, not any other benches. That's all good. Sharpen my weapon. Sharpen it after this, possibly. I'm just wasting it on these guys. But it's fine. It's fine. They don't seem too tricky.
It was eerily quiet at the ruins.
Just need to
Tuck
cook
had
the
everything
fruit.
ready for the trap. It only needed Arlo to toss the blood fruit into the cooking pot. The stench would be sure to attract the beast. They only needed to wait. A high-pitched shriek pierced through Arlo's dreams, and soon the flapping of wings was upon them.
And so far it's going well. They can do, like, apparently airstrikes and drop their eggs. That's an interesting one. This guy doesn't seem that bad as a boss so far. They honestly seem quite easy. I've broken his beak, which feels kind of cruel. Maybe he broke it himself. He wasn't really doing the best feat, like his beak in good condition, just slamming it into a ground. Oh no, no, he's still at it. Try and freeze him. There we go. And that should be it, pretty much. Right. Can I just, like, take a shot at him? What's he doing? There we go. That wasn't easy enough fight. That wasn't too bad. Did I even get hit? I don't think I did. Huh. Ah well. We'll keep that. keep that. None of it needs to be immediately equipped. This one is slightly better. Nah, we'll figure it out another time. We're fine for now.
Tuck asked if Arlo could carve its beak from the beast's remains. The perfect centerpiece for his new shop. The young rat could barely contain his excitement and ran off, keen to find the builder at Winter's Edge, now able to build
Big
the
fine
shop
ladders.
of his dreams.
No, he just jumps down. Can do little jumps here and there, though, at least. Drop a save. But there's a fast travel point just next to me here. It's not on the map yet, so I'm assuming there's a reason that's not active. Okay, making my way out. So we've now got enough health. I can just afford to take a bit of fall damage. And what's that? I don't recognise that symbol. It's not the main mission. It's definitely not. But what's that about? Is that like quests we get to pick up from the village? I think that's in the Elder's house. Got one of them killed. I don't entirely know what these guys are. I'm just murdering them for the sake of it, really. What are they? What do they give me? Mudworms. Okay. I can get that. They're like worms, but I guess it's more dragony because they're big compared to these fellas. Ah, you do tell me of bosses. Okay. Well, I wouldn't say no to poison mudworm if I come across it. It's been just devouring the
elder
livestock.
shouted for Arlo's help. The sheep bugs have been disappearing, leaving holes in the ground. And now the prize cow grub had gone too. The warden would investigate.
I might investigate. It's apparently down there. I'll investigate it another time. It's not really on the way. Well, what I will do is I will hand in this symbol as I go past. There we go.
Another runestone in place.
There's 2 more to go.
Arlo
still.
was nervous, his paws itching for his weapons. Perhaps when the war was over, the smith could craft him new weapons for such adventures in a matching pair. Back
to our base. There we go. So now we just need to build ourselves a merchant. Which I think we've got the money for.
Tuck's Emporium was
Improving
indeed a
ironing.
marvel, with items for hunting, ingredients for cooking and smithing, and a tale of adventure for all who asked about the great beak on display. Arlo was sure he would be returning often.
The iron, we need 5 of those. Lets me get the next upgrade immediately, and then we need to go hunt that poison worm in order to get the last upgrade for the... I mean, I'm assuming the last upgrade for the merchant? Is it just like base, then level 1, 2? Seems like it. Let's have a look at the shop. It's quite a nice little place. Oh. They're willing to craft me whetstones out of just stone. That's good. There's also large traps. I wouldn't say no to some larger traps. You can only hold 1 of each, apparently. That'll be worth having. One button, I use that to interact. I mean, I need to buy the runestone. That's a necessity. Aside from that, houses, stalls, fountains, and stuff for a training ground. I then want a statue or a crest. I think the crest. There we are. Still don't know how you use any of that stuff, but hopefully soon. Hopefully soon we can. Ooh, decorations. This would be where you have it. I went into here thinking maybe it's part of it and there's a tab at the top. I think if this is the... yeah, market. Put hanging flags there. Down here. This is by the blacksmith, so training ground on this. We will have the rat's crest. There we are. Build some owl houses behind the kitchen, because that's where owls work. And we'll put a fish statue next to the blacksmith. Yeah, like down below we've got the rat militia doing a bit of training. Over here we got hanging flags in the background and the tree. Got the crest above the door. Behind these guys you got some owl houses. And you got a big old fish statue. I like that, that's nice. That's nice detail. I'm glad I found all of that. And inside of here is looking quite repaired nowadays.
Rita had asked for this audience with the warden, as her father's tools were losing their power. Arlo offered use of his father's whetstone, but she said the power came from the god's blessing. She needed to take them to the shrine in the rift.
The shrine. Okay. Also noticing here, there's an upgrade. Huh? For all of this? Which is quite interesting. It's the first piece of armor with an upgrade path. Yeah, all Death March stuff seems to have a path. So I guess you do get fire one as well, don't you? You get fire as well as poison. I'm assuming maybe that goes into all elements. Makes me really want to upgrade it, but I don't think we can. I think we need to get more equipment. So for now we exit. We should have a fast travel point just out here. We do. Good stuff. Because yeah, I want to go down here. This will let me get the last upgrade in terms of I'll be able to... let me just quickly check. Do we need that? No, we don't. We'll be able to get the last upgrade for Merchant that we just built. Because he was waiting on whatever we get from this. I don't entirely know what it would be. If this is something that burrows underground, ice might be the way to go.
Sheepbug's pungent scent makes them easy to track. The few that were left were terrified. Arlo had no sooner realized who the culprit must be, and it was upon him. A mudworm of the deep.
Doing fine. Plenty of damage so far. Is it gonna run off? They often do.
The mudworm turned and sped away, but Arlo followed. Perhaps it would lead him to the cow grub.
I mean, I don't know. This is feeling considerably easier in terms of, like, build up or statuses. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's based on difficulty, but if it is, I'm not sure I'm liking that change much.
The cow grub moved, lying helpless at the center of the nest. Arlo would have to deal with the mudworm first.
It's about dead. Just need to wait for it to come out of the ground. tail.
The prize
all
cow
good
grub
to
was
talk
still
to
alive
dimensions.
and mooed gratefully at Arlo. It was almost as happy to see him as the Elder would be at its return.
As a nice, easy side quest. That was surprisingly easy. I really like put effort into upgrading my weapons and such, but I didn't think it'd make this big a difference. To get some more of my juice, because I'm rolling a little lower. There we are. I think we do this last main quest, and that'll be me, because I need to end things slightly early today. You want very gold?
The young builders saw an opportunity in the derelict mine. If only they could find some rat to give them the cash infusion they needed to bring it back to life.
I mean, currently I'm a little strapped in terms of money. But that's good to know I can invest in infrastructure here. That's a fun idea. There's also what looks to be the worm over there again. We'll get to it in a bit. For now, over to here.
The rift was a dangerous place, and he had little desire to return. Neither did Rita, but he would not see her go alone. The merfolk believe the 8 arms bring balance to life and death. Or so Rita explained as they approached the shrine. Arlo's little head disliked such weighty thoughts. He thought about lunch instead.
Yeah, there you go, Arlo. Just think about lunch. Much easier. Yeah, these guys are considerably easier than they used to be. They used to be, they do a lot of damage with those ranged projectiles. I think I like this level of difficulty. Where am I heading to next? Is it just that big shrine over there? Yeah. In which case, going up top is going to be quickest. I know he's gone down below, but I don't need to go down. Yeah, just pass through a peaceful settlement. There might be an enemy here. There sometimes is. Yeah, there is. There's just a wee frog guy, or quite a big frog guy actually in this case. And we're ignoring him, because we're rude. I don't have to fight him, I'm not bothered to fight him. I've got more important stuff to get to. I mean, he really does try to catch up though, doesn't he? Make sure I'm filled up on various items. Yeah, what's happening here? It's not going to be as easy as we just go up to the shrine, is it? Never is. God, you want me to find the hedgehog?
At the shrine, Rita realized she had forgotten the ritual. She needed a druid's help, or it would all be for nothing. She pointed to the old ruins. Could Arlo find the druid who lived there?
I'll hopefully find the druid who lives there. I've tried to get to them in the past, but that didn't quite work. I think we might have like our rat version of Gwent as well, which would be quite fun. almost. It should be just along here.
A trail of herbs seemed to be leading him to the druid. Arlo wondered what magics they made.
No. Surprisingly easy, that fight. In the previous difficulty, that would have been quite
Druid's
difficult.
coat of needles can see off most attacks, but these frogs seemed to feel no pain.
Now we're down to just the one. And with that, we should be finished. Let's quickly loot. And follow Miss Hedgehog Druid. I like hedgehogs. Hedgehogs are great.
Thanking Arlo, the druid agreed to help with the ritual. But it could not be done without a special plant from the ruined tower. Throwing Arlo their tower key, they made for the shrine.
Anything out this way? Ah, that's just water. We can ignore that. I'm assuming this is the key to get to the bit just under the shrine we're going to. So there's a locked door. There's however two locked doors. There's one down here, and there's the one over here. It's the one over there we need. Which makes me a little curious if the key I've got can open the other door. I would imagine not. That would be the door just below me here. I can get back quick, go. No, nothing. We'll go way up then. That's all good. Grab some berries. Heal a little bit more. Make my way over. Yeah, in here then. I'm a little curious what we've got in the tower. When it doesn't feel like there's going to be a tower. It feels like relatively flat land. Then gone. It's just you left, Mr. Piraxes and a bow and arrow. Like he's really packing a lot of weapons. I'm supposed to be going up that way. In case there's someone I need to meet, I am going to actually do that. Press the bench. We do not need to go any higher up, we just need to go over.
There was no sign of this powerful plant at the tower. All Arlo found was an open hatch. Perhaps its power let it grow in the dark.
Looks like we need to find something to plug into there. Oh, friend.
What Arlo found was a mole. His father had told him of these creatures who lived in sprawling underground villages, but this one was alone. Perhaps he'd seen the druid's plant. To his surprise, the mole said he grew it for tea and would be happy to share. However, nothing was ever simple. It was behind a bunker door and the fuse had blown. If Arlo found a new fuse,
Okay, so
he
that's
could
all
have
I need
all
to
the
do.
tea he wanted. Arlo had no idea what kind of door problem could not be solved with an axe. But he remembered an object in the smith's stash that might be what the mole was looking for.
So I need to go from here all the way out over there. That's a little annoying, I wouldn't lie. Alright. Let's make my way up. Yeah, continue on. Okay, that guy hurts. Don't get hit by him if I can avoid it. I know I was beating the other one's hit list, so I was kinda cocky, but nah, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. Says pretty much just stick to the lower up ahead. I was going to leave them alone. They tried to do ranged attacks, which is very mean of them. Also can interact with this, which is kind of interesting. But it just gets me bones. That's a lot less interesting than I was hoping for. Ow. Kind of need to make my way past those guys, but I don't need to fight them necessarily. It's enough to scare them off. Because all I care about is in here. There's now someone squatting here if that's dead. There. More things. Take care of spiders, though. There's one. Okay, there goes the other. There we go.
It was confusing to Arlo how such a small object could open such large doors. He would have to remember to return to ask one day.
I mean, considering the moles have quite advanced technology compared to everyone else, yeah, reasonable thing to be confused about. I'm starting to use the spells a lot more liberally as well, which I think is worth doing. Because, I mean, they recharge relatively fast. If we're going to help me get through a fight a bit quicker, I think it's worth doing. Stop. Does it just back down immediately? Yeah. So I wanted to make sure there weren't ever steps to, like, go repair refuse or anything like that. So I could see that being a thing. Thankfully it's not. All I need to do is head on into this area, now from the opposite side. Which I guess, yeah, I did exit through that side. I didn't enter, so that would be why the gate was locked. Way down. I'm assuming I need to give it back to him. It's not a case of I plug it back in.
The mole squeaked happily as he slotted the fuse into a strange contraption. Arlo gasped as the room buzzed, bringing light without any flame. Nearby came the sound of metal doors scraping open.
Here we have it. We've got our tea. We will in a second, but there's a not so friendly spider living in here. multiple not so friendly spiders apparently. There we go. Just grab
With the plant
some
in paw,
hedgehog's tea
he
plant.
promised to return one day for the offered cup of tea. A use for the plant which Arlo resolved not to tell the druid.
So now we just need to infuse the weapon with the power of tea. An interesting thing to infuse a like blacksmithing hammer with, but sure. Sure. The fact there's a guy here means there's about to be a boss, right? Yeah. Although does actually have some armor I want to buy. Oh, I'm more in the mood to sell things, I'll be honest. Like, these gems are part of crafting, but they're very valuable. I'm tempted to sell them. I shouldn't, but I am tempted. For now, we drop a save, because I think there's about to be a boss.
The druid already knew the tea recipe and directed Arlo to drop the plant in the cauldron, smacking their lips in excitement. Arlo wondered if his troubles had been for a magic herb or tasty drink. Arlo had hoped for a well-earned nap during
Why
the
not
ritual,
both?
but it seems even the dead do not rest during rituals in the rift. Arlo had to keep them from the druid.
You seem to be weak to electric. That's good. Can't quite tell what's going on with these guys. Let's try and poison them. That ain't much. Fire does an alright job. I don't know how they magnetize their weapon back into their hands. Seems a bit more fancy. Just paralyze them slightly and then take them out. There we go. Is that it?
The ritual over, the dead rested once more. Rita thanked the druid, and Arlo suggested they return with them, but they refused. They were headed home to try their plant in a brownie recipe.
I like how this game's just not entirely serious. Like, despite everything that's going on, we did just go to mission for a cup of tea. Just I hoped you are busy repairing this. Can I get it fixed? Does that mean I can also get this fixed? I could. Thank God. Because I want to go in here and I want to do this mission. I've tried to do this before. We can finally get it done now.
Looking at the board, it seemed Merlin was missing some of their cards. Arlo would have to keep an eye out for them on his travels.
Yeah, I can't help but notice above that fireplace. Looks like a runestone. You're just looking for various cards. Does that help at all? Not really. I can buy one from you.
The Druid card. A wild card in any deck.
And if I buy it and then give it to you, does that count for something? To an extent, yeah. We've only got 3 more cards to find. That, I'm gonna head back to our base. And then we'll hand in the mission. And that'll be us for today's stream. So I do have stuff I need to get to. Sadly, I'd like to keep playing. Right, I got the stuff, didn't I, to upgrade the shop to its final tier. I am lacking the money, but yes. Yes, I have got the stuff. Cool. Can do that at some point. Don't entirely know what it unlocked for me. Who knows? We'll see. Is this just us next time going to be upgrading the blacksmith, I guess? It's an easy enough thing to start off with. For now, I think we're doing well. Like, in terms of quests, we've got like a handful, but not any particularly interesting ones. Like, I don't know how you get this. He's going to reopen a shop if I can get him his rod. I know where his rod is, I just don't know how we get it. But yeah. I'm enjoying this game. I'm glad I've gotten back to it. For now though, that is all. Sadly a shorter stream, but I, like I say, have stuff to get up to. I appreciate everyone coming on. It's been lovely having company. And I'll hopefully see you around. Bye for now.